I am gaming. I am gaming. I am gaming podcast.
Hey everybody, my name is Ivica. Thank you so much for being on the latest episode of I'm Gaming Podcast. This is a podcast about the video game industry, entrepreneurship, gaming nostalgia, and many more cool things I find to be in the same realm of business and creative ventures. Today we're on episode 141 and it comes after a small break of 2 weeks that I spent on the lovely seaside of Turkey along with my family, having our vacation, the summer vacation in the city of Bodrum, and it was amazing, it was fantastic, it was really cool, and we had loads of fun and also a chance to relax and chill. But now I'm back and I'm getting back to creating and recording these podcast episodes. Like always, a huge enormous thanks goes to my Patreon supporters who make this podcast possible through their donations. If you'd like to do the same, please consider supporting me on Patreon as a platform. You can find the link to my Patreon page in the description below, but also do check out all my Patreon supporters who make amazing things themselves. Stuff like Twitch streams, YouTube channels, games, cryptocurrencies, NFT projects, a bunch more stuff as well. All of it is in the description below. Please do check out their links. Again, thank you to all of my Patreon supporters who make I'm Gaming Podcast a reality. This is basically just a short and notification type of episode. I'm just saying that I'm back still and back at working. I'm going to continue with the present tempo and dynamic of creating I'm Gaming Podcast episodes, which include one episode per week that comes out on Sunday. That will continue. This is Sunday again, and the same rhythm will stay on in the coming weeks, months, hopefully even years. And I'm slowly getting to episode 200, but it's still a long way away. For now, I'm planning on working on several things. One of them is Meta Virgil, a small game that I'm creating inside of my master thesis on animation here in Novi Sad, Serbia, on the Academy of Arts, where I'm finishing my master's degree in animation. So there should be a game that's called Meta Virgil, and it follows the historical and digital and informational journey of Virgil, the Roman poet, from his actual life to the very present day, where he is still an idea and concept that lives on, including his poetry, but including his actual person that became sort of a international or shared idea that keeps on evolving. So that is going to be my focus in the coming weeks. Hopefully I can get the same small game out on Itch.io or something like that when it's done, when I finish my master thesis. And when I have the ability to share it, I will do it here for sure. It's not going to be anything huge or over ambitious. It's going to be more of an exploration or insight into that artistic concept that kind of blends Virgil, the modern world of sharing information, of sharing concepts, and also try to create a genesis of that same process all the way to the age of Roman antiquity. But aside from that, if you listen to this podcast, you probably know I have a bunch of other stuff going on. I'm into crypto presently. I'm watching with a lot of attention the present movement of the markets. There seemed to be kind of a rally. Things looked good last week and the week prior. However, this weekend again saw a decline, a retreat. So far, the new baseline values, the new support lines are holding. We'll see how things go tomorrow on Monday. But apart from that, like always, I'm into a bunch of stuff. All of that is happening, so I'm going to make episodes about that as well. One of the episodes I'm going to make is going to be about the new Netflix TV show Sandman that I started watching recently, which is amazing, and I'm going to go more into that as well. I just watched one episode, so I don't want to do a full review or anything like that, but I want to kind of explore it. The same goes for Better Call Saul, which is ending, or it already ended. I'm only left with one episode that I'm going to watch soon, and I have a few things to say about that as well. I'm a big Breaking Bad fan, a big Better Call Saul fan. It's an interesting thesis when it comes to basically the modern TV shows and how they create and manage additional content, in this case spin-off series. Better Call Saul is a good example of how things could and should be done. I'm also going to make an episode about that, so a bunch of stuff is going to come your way in form of this podcast in the coming few months. And after I finish my Meta Virgil, this is when I keep and hopefully manage to successfully get my master thesis and my master's degree, I'm going to move on to something new and probably slightly bigger, or some kind of a new micro project, and I'm going to talk about it beforehand, but so far I still don't know what that's going to be or when it's going to be launched, but hopefully that will happen somewhere at the start of fall, and then it's going to go through fall and winter. I'm going to talk about that as well. So there you have it. I kind of did the showcase of things I want to discuss and talk and explore with you in the coming weeks and months. Hopefully you're interested in that. If you are, please consider subscribing, getting those podcast episodes when they come out. Also, please consider checking out my Patreon supporters. They're in the description below. Everything and anything they're doing right now, their ventures, their projects, their games, content they make, whatever it might be, it's well worth your time. And again, I'm really grateful for your support. And finally, if you want to support me, there's a way to do that through Patreon. $1 per month would be more than enough. So please consider that. And thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for listening. Have a great week, and I'll talk to you in precisely 7 days from now when I'm Gaming Podcast episode 142 hits YouTube. Until then, my name is Ivica. Thank you for listening, and bye bye.